You're not going to believe this, but for some retirees, downsizing ends up costing them more than staying put. And no one talks about why. So today we're breaking down the real do's and don'ts of downsizing for retirement. So why even downsize? Because for a lot of retirees, a big house turns into a big headache. More bills, more maintenance, more space you don't even use. Downsizing can cut your mortgage, taxes, utility costs, and free up the home equity so you can actually enjoy it. But it's not just about saving money, it's about simplifying your life so you can finally live the way you want. That said, it's not always a win. There are some trade-offs, and if you're not careful, you can end up downsizing into the wrong situation. So let's break down the do's and don'ts before you make a move. Before we jump in, don't forget to like and subscribe our channel for more expert advice on selling your home hassle-free. Here's the first do. Do evaluate the market, but don't obsess over timing. Let's be honest, everyone wants to sell at the top of the market, but the truth is, timing it perfectly is nearly impossible. Remember the 2007 housing peak? Prices dropped drastically by 2010, and almost all the experts missed it. But by January 2024, the median home price had rebounded to over $420,000. So yes, if it feels like a good time and you've got a plan, go for it. But don't wait for a perfect top of the market moment that may never come. That strategy can actually end up costing you more in maintenance, carrying costs, and missed opportunities. Here's our first don't. Don't let emotions dictate your decision. Selling the family home can be emotional. Maybe it's where your kids grew up or where you spent decades creating memories. That's real and it's valid. But holding on to a house that no longer fits your lifestyle just because of nostalgia can become a burden. We had a client, Brian Cook, who faced this exact dilemma. He and his wife wanted to retire and serve a church mission, but their home needed major work. Instead of sinking time and money into renovations, they sold it as is. Not only did they get the flexibility they needed, they were able to pursue their next chapter of their lives without stress. Here's a pro tip: take photos, gather keepsakes, and preserve those memories in other ways. Then let the house go if it no longer serves you. Here's another do: downsize smarter, not just smaller. Here's something most people don't consider. Downsizing isn't just about going smaller, it's about going smarter. You know, a lot of folks think, I'll just buy a smaller, cheaper, less maintenance home. That's all that really matters. But hold up, is that smaller home actually functional? Will it meet your needs as you age? Does it have the right layout, location, and access to family, healthcare, and amenities? William White Jr., one of our clients, made a strategic downsizing move. As a long-haul trucker, he didn't need a huge home anymore, just a manageable space close to family and grocery stores. We bought his home as is, allowing him to relocate quickly and move without the headaches of repairs or inspections. So ask yourself, are you trading down or trading smart? Don't underestimate the cost of moving. Downsizing doesn't automatically mean saving money. Between realtor fees, staging, repairs, moving costs, and closing costs, it can add up fast. According to the National Association of Realtors, typical seller costs can reach 10% of the home sale price. And if you're thinking of fixing up your home first, think again. We've worked with plenty of sellers who assumed a few upgrades would boost value, but ended up wasting time and money. So what's the good news? You don't have to lift a finger if you work with a reputable cash buyer like House Buyers of America. A good cash buyer buys houses as is, no repairs, no showings, and you can even leave unwanted items behind. That's how we helped James Manzik, who owned a condo in Columbia, Maryland. It needed renovations to sell the home in the open market, but he didn't want to deal with the hassle. So we bought it as is, handled the repairs ourselves, and gave him a smooth closing. No listings, no delays, no stress. Here's another do: think about your long-term lifestyle. Ask yourself what kind of retirement you actually want. Are you traveling a lot? Do you want to be closer to family, craving a warmer climate? Downsizing is a chance to rethink what daily life looks like. Think about features like single-floor living, walkable neighborhoods, low-maintenance yards, or HOAs that handle upkeep. If you plan ahead, your downsizing move can actually be an upgrade to your quality of life. Here's a don't. Don't forget the tax implications. There are tax breaks when you sell, like the $250,000 capital gains exclusion on your primary residence, or $500,000 if you're married. But there are also timing rules and potential pitfalls. Always check with your CPA to understand how selling your current home will affect your taxes, especially if you're withdrawing from retirement income at the same time. And our last do explore alternatives to traditional selling. If you want to skip the agent fees, prep work, and time on the market, you've got other options. So here's some final thoughts. Downsizing can be an amazing step toward freedom, but only if you do it right. Don't let emotions or guesswork lead the way. Focus on smart planning, realistic expectations, and the lifestyle you want for retirement. If you're ready to simplify your life and want to know what your home might be worth without listing it, click on the link in the description. And if you're still weighing options, check out our blog for more tips on downsizing, selling as is, and preparing for retirement. Thanks for watching. I'm Nick Ron with House Buyers of America. See you in the next one.